Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of the Speaking Of podcast, where we explain a variety of topics, share stories, and have engaging conversations. I'm Jack.
And I'm Stuart, and our conversations have a slight twist because each of us nominates a taboo topic for the week that we're not allowed to talk about. If the other person speaks about that taboo topic, then they lose the podcast for that week. And then at the end, if neither of us guess, then we have to guess what the topic is. So, Jack, have you picked your taboo topic for this week?
Yes, I have it locked in, ready to go.
I'm going to give you a freebie this week. I am not going to taboo topic your holiday because I want to hear all about it. So how was your holiday?
Fantastic, mate. I went to Crete, which is in Greece, and had an incredible time. I explained on the last pod that I am half Mauritian, but although I'm half Mauritian, I cannot deal with the heat. So we had a lovely breeze.
What temperatures did you get?
32 degrees, 33 degrees.
Nice.
Just crazy heat. And to be honest, if we didn't have the breeze, then I probably would have died. So I'm very grateful to have had the breeze.
I don't want to be extreme, but if I didn't have the breeze, I would have died. Okay.
Yeah. So I have some funny stories to share though. From my holiday.
I like funny stories, funny holiday stories.
And to be fair, I think this is just being a Brit, that we just judge things and just compare how bad things are. We assume things are bad, worse off than what we have in the UK. And I arrived at the Heraclian airport, which is one of 3 airports in Crete. And where you collect your bags from, the baggage area, before you go through to, get onto your coach, there were some toilets that everyone could use. And naturally, everyone's, come off the plane, needed to go to the toilet, probably didn't want to go on the plane, or even if you just need to get to your next journey, you're going to go to the toilet.
And you don't even have kids. If you've got kids, then that is stop number 1. Like the kids are off and they're like, Daddy, I need a wee. Like, why didn't you go before we get off the plane? The worst is if the toilet is after passport control. And I have been some places where toilets is after passport control. But go on, carry on.
I can imagine that being awful. So the cubicles in the toilets and just the doors and the entrances to the toilets are unlike ours. They have vents at the bottom of the toilet doors. So I suppose we've had that in some public places. But anyway, let's imagine these vents were the size of an A3 piece of paper.
Okay.
Now, rather than the vents being attached to the door, serving their purpose, all the vents had been removed. So there was just cut out A3 piece of paper sizes. Just gaps at the bottom of the toilet. The bottom toilet door, rather. So you could see everyone's feet when they're doing their business.
so the gaps, because we have gaps at the bottom of our toilet doors, but probably not A3 size. That's probably quite a large gap, that.
Yeah, it was a bit weird just to see everyone's feet and everyone doing their business, to be honest. So that
you shouldn't be looking, you little toilet pervert. You should be looking at people's feet.
I'm pretty sure you have an equally interesting story to tell, Stu, about seeing people in the toilets. That was just my experience.
That sounds really dodgy, that. But I do actually have a toilet story. When I was in the US, I can't remember where, maybe in Seattle or something like that. I think it was in a conference center. It's really blurry, this story. I'm now doubting myself. But it was in a public area, so it was before you kind of get to bits that are normally kind of closed off for conferences and stuff. And I don't know what happened there, like whether they have a lot of problems with activities that happen in toilets, but there was probably about the A3 paper size again, but like a hole. There was like 3 or 4 cubicles all together, like there are. But this hole was at head height, and it just ran all the way through the top. So if you went to, I suppose, to the side, you'd see 4 people's heads sitting there doing their business and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think I even want to know what the story is that led to that hole existing. But I reckon it's a dodgy one.
Or the story could just been an artistic impression of people's faces. It could have just been a piece of art.
Maybe it was some kind of Banksy installation or something that I was part of. So what's your other holiday story?
My other holiday stories is, and this is all in the same duration of just getting to the hotel. We got on the coach to take us to our hotel, and we were the 3rd drop-off. On the 2nd drop-off along this cliffside mountain, we had got to this hotel where we dropped some passengers off, and the coach driver went to start the vehicle again, and off he went. And as he went to start it, the engine wouldn't turn over. And so straight away, the engine just went...
Oh, no.
White smoke came out the back of the coach. And, our coach had a breakdown. there and then on a mountainside, and we was the next drop off, which was a 10-minute drive down some cliffy roads or like an hour walk. So I was just gutted
Oh
that that
no.
happened. But it was more interesting because I chose to sit on the front of the coach, and as I got off out of frustration just to go and see what was happening with the driver, everyone had assumed that I was a mechanic and that I was going to fix what was happening.
Oi, it's Jack here. I'll go sort it out. Just pop the bonnet, mate. I'll check, bang, 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 bang. Yeah, bang, bang, boss. I've sorted it. Jack's rescued your holiday.
Funny part about it was, Stu, is the person that was sitting behind me is a lecturer of car mechanics, which I didn't even know existed. And he came out and he was like, "Oh, I know exactly what's going on. Yeah, no, you got a coolant leak at the back, mate. It's easy. You can see it by the red fluid liquid in, but smoke, and the belt was turning. That was all the smell." I thought to myself, "Please, just get me to my hotel. That's all I need."
Was that actually what his voice sounded like? Is that you making an accent, or is that actually you just speaking normally?
Just me speaking normally, that one, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, well, but I'm glad you had a good time. Chilling out,
Mate,
just
I came back.
relaxing.
I came back with money. We found €100 on the floor in €250 notes. Like, I had a great time.
Somebody will be sad now that they lost those euros.
That's fine, because that person being sad has made someone else happy, so they just need to look at it that way, yeah?
That is a terrible attitude. Literally the worst. What are you going to do with it, though? You couldn't have gone and handed it in and gone, "Oh, I found these €100 and stuff like this." So, what can you do in that situation?
Worst part about it, if you just want to just add to your story, it was outside an aquarium where families were visiting all day, bang outside of the ATM. So someone had literally probably just taken this money out.
Probably some kids spending money.
And that kid's got to learn the hard way, They've just got to go and earn their money a bit better. Next time they know what to do.
Do you know what? Speaking of sad kids who've got no money, my daughter is going to be that sad kid who's got no money, because she spends money as soon as it comes into her bank account, like it is burning a hole in her pocket, metaphorically now, because obviously they just use Apple Pay and just tap. Apple Pay was the worst thing that once she turned 13 and Apple Pay was enabled on her phone, that was the worst thing I think that happened for her financially. But so we're flying tomorrow on holiday, and at the weekend she went out with her mates just on a shopping spree. And being that it's August now, all of the shops are full of all the winter clothes. So it's not even like she was buying summer stuff for a holiday. And she came back and she had all these tracksuits and long sleeve things. And I went, "What are you doing? What? I mean, what are you going to spend? What spending money have you now got for holiday?" I tell you what spending money she's got for holiday. Bank of mum and dad. That's what it is. Bank of mum and dad. She knew what she was doing. But yeah, I did say to her, you're gonna really sad when you've got no money to spend on holiday whatsoever. What are you gonna spend?
I mean, she is smart, because now she knows she's got tracksuits for the winter, maybe a pair of shoes that she wanted. She's spent it in front of her friends, and Bank of Mum and Dad are going to fund the holiday. Good on her. I like it.
Do you know what? The other day, this is proper dad moan. This other day, she went to Morrison's with her cousins. So there's 5 of them, my 2 kids and their 3 cousins. They went to Morrison's because I said, "I just need to get a few sausages and a few burgers so we can have a barbecue." And they went, "Oh, can we go to Costa?" "Yes, you can go to Costa." That trip cost me £50 for a pack of sausages, some burgers, some burger baps, which they put in a rucksack that came back paper thin, and Costa for 5. 50 quid.
How much would it have cost if you did it?
I don't know. I probably would have spent more in. I wouldn't have gone to Costa, but yeah, Costa was 28 quid just for drinks for 5 kids. I think they have brownies as well.
Yeah, they've definitely got the large there on purpose as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've treated themselves.
Absolutely. Now, tell me if I've missed something on the socials that I'm just being an old, out of touch dad. My daughter is obsessed with Dolly Parton 9 to 5. She sings it all the live day long. All the day long. I don't know whether it's like a trending soundtrack that's on TikTok or something, but all the time. I reckon she's like a 50-year-old woman, like reminiscing. If it's not come through that, then she must be the reincarnation of a 50-year-old woman who's just reminiscing over like Dolly Parton in the 80s or something like that. I don't even know what year 9 to 5 was. I don't even know what year it was, but she sings it all the time, and it is driving me absolutely bananas. I'm gonna kill her all the time.
I have no idea where it's come from. I haven't seen it on any social trends, but to be honest, I can't even count myself as young anymore to say that.
Well, you're not. That is true.
Wow, I'm younger than you, sir.
You are younger than me. That will always be the case, but you ain't that young now.
Okay, let's clarify. A lot younger than you. But yeah, so I don't know where it's come from, but it is a catchy tune. Once it gets you going, it gets you going. I think that's even if you're not a 50-year-old woman, 50-year-old male, 30-year-old male.
Whatever. Dolly Parton's for everyone.
It does. Gets you going. I like that tune.
What else have you got to talk about?
I've got some good stuff to talk about, Stu.
Nice.
I was doing the typical. I don't know. Maybe I'm embodying my future dad self. I was doing the typical thing, laying down on the sun lounger as planes were landing, going TUI, Wizz Air, British Airways, private jet.
My goodness.
Let me get out Flight Radar. I'll check. I'll see where they've come from. That one's come from Brussels.
I do quite like Flight Radar. I know that's really nerdy, but I do quite like that.
And marine traffic, the marine traffic one. I need to know what yacht that is, what flag it's
I
flying.
don't know that.
Yeah, so like what yacht, where it's come from, etc. Anyway, I was doing that typical thing, checking, and then I saw Wizz Air. And the next day, I saw an article that came out, which is Wizz Air has launched a brand new subscription, which is an all-you-can-fly, unlimited yearly subscription. Ooh. And it was only in certain markets available, and it's pretty much sold out within 24 hours. But yeah, for about €500, I think it's about £440, £400, they had done an all-you-can-fly subscription model. And the premise of it was you can only book flights that are departing in 3 days' time. Each flight you book, you must pay a €10 fee in order to book on your details. You get no baggage, you just get a backpack. But could you imagine all-you-can-fly subscription from Wizz Air? I thought it was a great deal.
Where do they fly to, though? Where do Wizz Air fly to?
Well, I don't know. Wherever they fly to, I'm flying to. So I don't know. It was just...
I thought they only had so many routes.
No,
they're not going to like Hawaii or something, are they? If they're going to Hawaii, I'd be like, yes, I'm in.
No, it's a European destinations, but it was interesting.
But there are lots of nice European destinations, kind of out the way that people don't go to at all. I'm going to Romania in September for work, and it's lovely in Romania.
I'd love to go to Romania because that just looks amazing, to be honest. But it was very interesting because I thought to myself, the all-you-can-fly model. If someone offered you an all-you-can-fly model, let's say your favourite airline of choice. So who is your favourite airline of choice? Let's start with that.
I don't know. So I quite like if I'm flying for work, I quite like flying transatlantic on Virgin. But I've got a BA Amex, so I collect points for British Airways. So when I go on holiday, I'm going to New York on BA. But I do like Virgin planes.
So let's say BA offered you an all-you-can-fly. You have to book within 3 days' notice, no earlier than that. And all-you-can-fly for £1,000. We'll up it because it's not Wizz Air, it's BA. Would you be interested in purchasing that offering?
£1,000 a month?
No, just one-off subscription. One-off yearly subscription, that's it.
Oh, £1,000 for the year?
Yeah, that's the Wizz Air deal, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd be like... the problem is I've got the dog, so you couldn't even kind of go. It's not like a thing where you could kind of go, oh, let's go to Paris for the weekend. Hey, let's go to wherever. So, because I'd pay a fortune in kennel fees just for the dog. But that does sound like a good deal. I tell you who's changed their subscription deal is Pret. Because you know Pret during the pandemic, they came out of just coming out of the pandemic, they had that all you can drink coffee kind of they're the Pret coffee subscription.
£30 a month and you get 5 coffees a day. So
was it even that much? Did it not? Was it? There was a figure, and then I think they put it up a bit, and now they are changing it They're changing the terms of it, so you still pay a monthly fee, but it gives you a discount off your coffees rather than giving you coffees. People are fuming. I think
Yeah.
that might have happened while you were away. I think that news broke while you were away.
But that is changing the model entirely. That's not fair, I think, because they offered the original model was they would give you 5 coffees a day for free, and now they've gone to a discount model. That's changing entire. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely changing it completely. But like your flight, it'd be good for people who just need to go even flying somewhere in the UK and stuff. If you've got family at the other end of the country and stuff like this, then like that. Hey, so at the I think we've just had, whilst you've been away, it was the Edinburgh Fringe.
Right.
Have you seen what the joke of the year is from the Edinburgh Fringe?
Not at all. No.
Right. Okay. I'm going to tell you 5 jokes, and I want to see.
Oh no.
Or you can order them. Order them. Right. Okay. Right. Here we go. Joke number 1. I ate horse at a restaurant once. Wasn't great. Starter was all right, but the main was dreadful. That's joke number 1. Well, he's only just got it. He only just got main. Joke number 2. I sailed through my driving test. That's why I failed it. Joke number 2. Joke number 3. Oh, these aren't going down well with you. Maybe it's the delivery. Joke number 3. I've been taking salsa lessons for months, but I just don't feel like I'm progressing. It's just 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Oh, look at that.
Awful.
Joke number 4. I love the Olympics. My friend and I invented a new type of relay baton. Well, he came up with the idea. I just ran with it. And then joke number 5. I was going to sail around the globe in the world's smallest ship, but I bottled it.
That's great.
Right, go on then. What order have you got them in? So we've got horse, sail through my driving test, taking salsa lessons, Olympic baton, and sail around the globe in the world's smallest ship.
Right, so horse is gone for number 1 for me. That was the. It took me a little second to get it, but that was well delivered, Stu. So maybe that's why.
Thank you.
The second one, which was just absolutely dreadful. So that's number 5. Didn't make me laugh at all. The third one.
Where have you put the horse? Number 1.
First, number 1. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So I got number 1 for the horse. The second joke, which can't remember what it was. It's so bad. That's number 5. The third joke you told, that's gone to number 4 for me. The fourth joke you told about the Olympics, that's gone to number 3. And then the fifth joke you told, which was about the I bottled it, the ship, that's gone to number 2.
Oh, that one you laughed most at that one.
Yeah, but I feel like the main one was just well delivered. It was just a perfect joke. The bottled it one, that was brilliant.
So the order is top 1. Oh no, let's go 5 up to 1. Number 5 was the Olympic baton. I just ran with it. Number 4, I sailed through my driving test. That's why I failed it. Number 3, ate horse at a restaurant once. Main was dreadful. Number 2, I've been taking salsa lessons for months. It's just 1 step forward, 2 step back. And number 1, I was going to sail around the globe in the world's smallest ship, but I bottled it.
Oh, well, so close.
So the rest of them. Number 6, my dad used to say to me, pints, gallons, litres, which I think speaks volumes. Number 7, British etiquette is confusing. Why is it highbrow to look at boobs in an art gallery, but lowbrow when I get them out in Wetherspoons? Number 8, I want to know what came first, the chicken or the egg. So I bought a chicken, then I bought an egg. I think I've cracked it. Number 9, my partner told me she'd never seen the film Gaslight. I told her she definitely had. And number 10, the conspiracy theory about the moon being made of cheese was started by the Illuminati.
Wow.
Well, they didn't go down well. Oh, 2 more.
Last 2 weren't great. Oh, go on.
2 more. I'm an extremely emotionally needy, non-binary person. My pronouns are there. And number 12, I've got a girlfriend who never stops whining. I wish I'd never bought her that vineyard.
Fair play.
So there you go. That's the top 12 jokes of the Fringe. A weird one.
So we should have a segment where we have to do like a dad joke like that each. We have to deliver one each. That,
A dad
I'd like
joke of the
that.
week. But
Yeah.
it was so the winner was Mark Simmons. He's kind of, I think he's like kind of Essexy, something like this. He's like a redhead person. Yeah, this is him there.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah. Okay.
doesn't help you if you listen to this on audio, but you can go and look at Mark Simmons on your phone, and then you can find out yourself, can't you?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I did miss some big news, and that was funny.
Mm.
I might have to borrow one or two of those lines, Stu, and take it away going forward.
All right.
Right, I have another topic for you because this is an interesting one, and you'll probably know more about it than I do with your kids, especially with Apple Pay and Apple devices existing. Did you know that Fortnite has now or is now returning to Android and iPhone stores? Well, not the actual
Oh.
store. They're doing a custom store, but they're returning to mobile devices.
And is that because of like an EU thing where they can't have monopoly over stores and stuff like that? Is that what it is? Like Apple can't have
Yeah.
monopoly over their own stores? Is that what it is?
Well, so initially, from what I've read, the battle was won by Apple, where they said, "Hey, in order to be on our app store, you have to follow our guidance." And so Fortnite said, "Sure, we'll remove our apps from your app store." Then they went back into court and they said, well, actually, you need to provide another way for us to service our customers if it's not via your app store with our own app store. So, make us download a new way to download apps. And the EU ruled in their favour and said, yes, Apple and Android should opt for that and should be allowed to download from third-party app stores. But now they're in battles because Android has always had the option to download from third-party stores. And so Android users mostly understand how to download those apps. But Apple have made it quite complex for any user to download these app stores. So yeah, sure, you can download from a third-party app store as part of the EU regulation, but there's going to be about 5 warnings that pop up that say, are you sure? Is this dangerous? Be careful. Don't do it. Go to our app store. And so Fortnite are now in that position where they're like, we've got what we wanted, but we can't use it very well. So
Oh, nobody
that's
cares. So they
interesting.
just press the button. They just go, yeah, 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 yeah. Like nobody reads the terms and conditions
Yeah.
or anything. Now my kids aren't really Fortnite kids. My son is all about FC24, the artist formerly
FC24.
known as FIFA. He is super excited for FC25, even though when he bought FC24 and I said, oh, how is it? And he went, yeah, it's all right. Same as FIFA 23, really. Just different players and stuff like this. But even that, he is super excited for FC25. His mate, my son was spitting. His mate has got, they did like a beta, and you could like test drive FC25. His mate was part of the beta, and he went over this for a sleepover. He was like, oh my god, he played FC25. And how was it? It didn't quite work, but it was a beta. But yeah, no, my kids aren't Fortnite kids, but I know. I was having a conversation about Fortnite, just weirdly enough, at the weekend about that. So saying that they really redefine the model of kind of saying, hey, we're going to give our game away for free, but wouldn't you like to buy this super gun? It only costs you £1.50 worth of V-Bucks. Wouldn't you like this beautiful costume or this weird dance or things like this? It'll only cost you £2 worth of V-Bucks.
And the collaborations they've done, they were the first to lead with all of the collaborations. Everyone was celebrity endorsed. Everyone was huge. And yeah, it was just cash, cash, cash. License to print. We don't want you taking our 30% Apple.
But everybody's there going, why would you give your game away for free? Why would you give it away for free? But now they're all like, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Interesting. You say your son obviously is looking forward to FC25, Play 24, same as 23. I am of the same opinion. Like, I don't think video games have come any further than they were 4 or 5 years ago. Like, they are just getting bigger and bigger to download. Some games, like Call of Duty, take 200 gigs, 250 gigs once you downloaded the packs, which is pretty much most of the storage on your console. And I don't think they've got any better. I don't think they look any different. I was happy with the graphics in 2020. I'm happy to continue to use those graphics. What do you think? Do you think they're getting better? Do you think they're getting worse?
I think you're getting older. I think that's what it is. That's like I know, and I am a little older than you, and it seems to me that I seem to be calling you out all of this episode. I think you get to a point as an adult where you don't really care about that stuff. But there'll be kids who are there going, no, look at the pixel depth, and look at this, and look at that, and look how this renders like this, and look how when he took the shot, there was like some blades of grass that flew up into the sky. It's super realistic. But I think we've kind of got to a level just across lots and lots of technology where we've kind of plateaued a bit, really. Like, it won't be long. It'll only be a few weeks before we've got the next Apple iPhone event and stuff like this. And like every year for the past few years, it's not really been anything that's been super exciting. There's like a killer feature where you go, oh my goodness, this redefines the model or anything like this. It's all just like little iterations and just tweaks and stuff like this. But that unfortunately, Jack, is part of getting older, that you just don't understand what the kids are talking about nowadays.
Do you know what? I kind of knew I was getting older anyway, because I've got to this point now where I actually am scared to go and play the Xbox, because I know that back in the heydays, I was good. I was competitive. Now, ask me for the number of combinations. I don't know. My fingers are getting a bit rusty. I'm not quite sure if I'm able to crouch and shoot at the same time as I used to be able to. So, yeah, I'm getting scared.
You will get your ass handed to you by some 8-year-old boy who's going to absolutely kill you and then burn you to death with some kind of burn that you've never heard before. That's the newest thing on TikTok, and you'll be like, "What on earth just happened to me just now?" That's what happens.
Just like rickrolling me with like 9 to 5 being played in the background whilst they're doing it as well.
That's the thing. Rickroll's dead. Rickroll's dead. It is now 9 to 5. Hey, speaking of people who are younger than you, I got this isn't a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. I got youth-splained the other day. So we've had mansplaining, haven't we? We have mansplaining. Yeah. I got youth-splained by somebody who was fairly early in their career, and there was a problem on my computer where the headphones weren't working properly. If I had a certain mic combination, it was stopping the headphones working. Don't know what it is, some weird hardware thing. And they said to me, "Oh, this was on Teams," and they were like, "Oh, you need to go up to Teams and then go to the and you need to pick the right speaker source." And I was like, "Hang on a minute! I was telling organisations how to use Teams when you were still in nappies. Give over." But so I was youth-splained, and I was like, "Oh my goodness! They think I'm so old and incompetent. I don't know how to switch the audio source in Teams." And that just made me sad. Just made me sad. I'm just a sad old man, Jack. Listening to us singing 9 to 5.
I think as well, to give you more credit than due there, you are also the person that not only taught organisations how to use that technology, but still go out of your way outside of your job to make your own channel, to then educate people further. Like, you know that technology better than anyone. And the fact that someone was in a room with you that didn't know who you were, I don't know, Stu. Well, maybe you're losing your touch now. That's what they're trying to say to you.
You know, I need to up my marketing game.
Yeah, you need headshots all over the place.
Well, and I thought that this podcast was going to be the vehicle to do that, but obviously not. But I think that we have just about hit time. So, no alerts this week. No whoop whoops or anything, any of that. So
no celebrations from me.
We've both done well there. It's 1-1. So, what do you guess was? But I will go for it this week. And my topic. Oh, do we do topics first, or we do recommendations first?
Let's do the topics, then we go into recommendations. It doesn't matter, but we normally do recommendations first.
Okay. So I went for something quite generic this week. I was going to veto work as a topic, because I am fully in holiday mode. I am ready to go. I don't want to know about work. So that was my veto for you. My taboo topic for you this week was just work.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I definitely wasn't planning on talking about work. I've been on holiday mode, and I'm at the worst stage where I'm going back to said place, and I don't want to talk about it. So trust me.
But we love work. We love our work. They pay us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They pay us. Yeah,
That's fine.
Work pays us. They keep the family afloat. So
that's right. That's right.
Do you know what I thought you was going to talk about? And the topic that I was vetoing for you, I don't know why, but I thought you were to talk about taxes in the UK, because I've seen a lot of news about, a water tax being implemented or water interest going up, a private school tax still being talked about, another tax, where they're going to get this money for to pay for this deficit. And I thought, Stuart, being an educated man he might talk about the current government and their tax scheme.
No, it's all a farce. I'm not educated at all. There's no education here at all. No education at all.
Are you saying that just so they can't tax you on it?
That's it. Right, so go on then. What? Any recommendations? I guess you've not been watching anything, so maybe like a holiday. Have you got a holiday read or?
Nah,
I didn't know.
Dude, I've got two recommendations this time. I'm that full of them. I've got two of them. So number one, I've shared every single platform other than Amazon Prime because you've done that before. But this is on Apple TV. It is called The Instigators. Matt Damon is one of the lead actors in it. And essentially, there are two characters in this that are convicts of some fault. And they're pulled together to go and have a heist where they rob someone for their money. The heist goes terribly wrong, and they end up stuck together, having to figure their way out of said heist without getting caught up by the police. And it's a great.
That's a movie, isn't it? That's
a movie. Yeah,
that's not an episode thing. Yeah, cool. Right. Oh,
second one. Can I do a second one?
Yeah. If I can download it onto my iPad and watch it on the plane, then I'm here for it.
Oh, this is a book, so you can definitely download this one.
All right, okay.
But this is called the 30-Day MBA in Business Finance, which, just to be clear, I've never been to university and I definitely don't have an MBA. So when I saw the 30-Day MBA, I was quite interested to read it. And it basically just gives you like the simple synopsis, what you need to know if you went for an MBA course at one of the leading universities. And it kind of teaches you everything that, Harvard, Exeter, all of these kind of specific MBA places where they train you, talk to you about in their courses in 30 days. But yeah, I read half the book and it was great knowledge just to pick up and
15 days. 15 days of your MBA. All right, okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not fully educated. By the time I get
back off holiday, you shall be fully MBA'd.
That's it. What about yourself? Go on, you've got some.
So my one is an interesting one, and I know I do quite a lot of oldies, but I only saw this. I only found out about this the other day. So, did you watch Lost when it first came out?
I didn't. No, I missed it.
Oh my god! But you know what? It's still available on streaming platforms. It's not gone forever.
No, but I missed.
You're not in like linear TV anymore.
I missed the hype, and I was gutted.
Well, so this means very little to you then. But one of the things about Lost was it did lots of kind of callbacks to things that happened in the past, and then and it did a lot of messing with time and stuff like this. So somebody like 10 years ago recut all 10 seasons of Lost into chronological order, so they moved all the bits around so you can watch it through that. And I was giving that a go, and it's an interesting watch. If you've already watched Lost, it's a very interesting watch because you see everything going through in chronological order and stuff like this. But I just thought it was an interesting. It must have been a labour of love for somebody to do that, because that would take forever to recut and identify all of the pieces from like 10 years worth of 10 seasons worth of Lost is huge. But yeah, I thought it was just an interesting piece there. Chronologically Lost it isn't on streaming platforms. You have to put on your special seafaring hat and ride your pirate ship a little bit for that.
That's well described. Yeah. So what are you advising people to go to Limelight?
I feel that as I've got Disney Plus and I could watch Lost on Disney Plus, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
because I'm paying for Lost anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
There you go. Those are our recommendations for the week. So that is about it. And now, if you've got recommendations, you've got anything that you want us to talk about, if you've got any questions, you want advice, any really bad dad jokes and things like this, then you can fire them across to us at
hello@speakingofpodcast.com.
Congratulations, Jack, you got it right this week. Well done. So that is about it from us. So I'm about to go off on holiday, so I will see you again next Tuesday. So see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, everyone.